Okay, hello everyone. Good evening. My apologies for the technical difficulties. I actually stopped the broadcast by mistake. I didn't even realize we were live yet. I meant to just do go live, but I hit the stop broadcast by mistake. So my apologies. Again, hope everybody's having a great day. Good evening. First thing I have to do is apologize to everybody because I haven't been doing as many lives as usual. It's been the holidays, just been busy, been traveling. So the first thing I want to do is just apologize to everyone because I have not been going live as much, haven't been giving as many tips as usual. I sent out an email a few days ago and a couple people were upset saying like, where you been? We're used to these financial tips, these great nuggets. And I just, just been real busy doing a lot of traveling and stuff. So first thing, everybody, I want you to do me a favor. Please share. Do me a favor. Please like, share what's going on to everybody on YouTube. What's going on? Zwaney, what's going on? Allison, good evening to y'all. So do me a favor, y'all. Please share. Please like, put some hearts up, put some comments up, because that is how we boost the algorithm. That is how more people will see this if you guys start engaging. So again, if you don't know me already, my name is Ryan McCrary. I'm the CEO of McCrary Financial Solutions, where we provide financial solutions through financial literacy, digital marketing, and entrepreneurship. Do that through a various different ways, from books to online courses to coaching to merchandise, a lot of different ways. So again, if you're just jumping on, please do me a favor. Please like, please share. You can also drop some comments down if you have any financial questions when we talk about something very, very important today, very important about why everybody needs a business in 2019. So it's 2019, and we need to be thinking about entrepreneurship. We need to be thinking about making money. We need to be thinking about creating different streams of revenue because we cannot depend on the government. We cannot depend on the government. So this is a conversation real important. We'll get into it one moment. So do me a favor, put some hearts up, some likes up, some comments. Please share. We'll also be doing a little free giveaway today. If you stay to the end, free giveaway. So again, please put some likes up, some comments, some shares, and also be doing more lives at least once a week, maybe even 2-3 times a week. But again, I gotta apologize to y'all. I haven't been going live as much. Just been busy traveling, and it was the holidays and just a lot of just a lot of different things. So again, tonight we'll be talking about why everybody needs a business in 2019. So let me share a story first before we even get into that. So 2 weeks ago, I was in Atlanta with a great event, TSP Game Plan. Shout out to Dr. Kayla. She just jumped on. And I've had a conversation with one of my friends. His name is Terry Williams. He has a company called Shea Butter Like Whoa, and he's a federal contractor. So he works for the government. He's a federal contractor, and he's been out of work for weeks. He's been out of work for weeks. But now he's considering not even going back to work because his business is booming. Literally, I was with him. We was chilling. We was hanging out in Atlanta. We went out a little bit at the event. He getting Shopify notifications. His phone's blowing up. So he's thinking, I might not even go back to work for the government. That is the power of entrepreneurship. That is the power of entrepreneurship. Now, let's say he didn't have the ability or he didn't have a business. Then what would he be doing? What would he be doing if he didn't have a business to provide income for him so he can feed his family? Let me know. If you put on the news, what's going on, Derek? How you doing, King? If you put on the news today, what is the first thing everybody's talking about? The first thing everybody's talking about is the government shutdown. How people are getting food stamps, people can't feed their family, people working without pay. I went through the airport 2 weeks ago in Philly. I walked straight through TSA, like they really wasn't trying to do nothing. Like I literally walked straight through. I never walked straight through in the airport, but TSA wasn't trying to work that day. But then coming back in Atlanta, I waited in line for 2.5 hours, almost missed my flight. So listen, the government shutdown is real. It's definitely real. But at the same time, you don't want to leave yourself vulnerable. So The first tip we're going to talk about today. Thank you, Dr. Keela. Yes, peace, Clyde, peace, King. So that goes into my first topic. So first, I'm going to go over 10 reasons. I was going to say five, but I'm like, it's more than five reasons why everybody should have business in 2019. So I actually wrote down 10 reasons. I came up with 10 reasons why everybody needs a business in 2019. And at the end, we will do some Q&A. We already had a few questions that were submitted, so I'm going to go over them. Derek, definitely, I got you. And a few other people, if you have questions, you can drop them in. Also, do me a favor, if you're just jumping on, please share, please like, please comment, please put some hearts up, because this is a very, very important conversation. Rico, how you doing, King? Absolutely. So the first reason why everybody's been in 2018, number one, is because you cannot leave yourself vulnerable. You cannot leave yourself vulnerable when all your income is, number one, coming from one source, or someone else has the ability to control if you can feed your family. Literally, if you don't have business in 2019 and you're completely depending on someone else to feed your family, you never know what can happen. So that always going to leave you vulnerable. This is a prime example right now. How you doing, Desiree? This is a prime example right now of a perfect example of why, if you work for the government, you are vulnerable. So they said, I think hundreds of thousands of people are out of work. So that's hundreds of thousands of people that can't feed their family, that can't pay their bills. Most Americans in general, like 70% of Americans have less than 1,000 in savings. So for the average American, they're living check to check. So if they miss two paychecks, they could be homeless. They can't pay their mortgage. They can't pay their car notes. They can't pay their child's tuition. Multiple streams of income is always needed per one. Yeah, absolutely, definitely. So the first reason why, number one, you need a business in 2019 is because you don't want to leave yourself vulnerable. Even if you don't want to run a business full time, even if you don't want to be a full time entrepreneur, you should still have a side hustle. You should still have, like Clyde said, multiple streams of income, multiple ways. So if one thing doesn't work, another thing will work. So the second reason, that actually brings me to my second reason why everybody needs to be in 2019 is going to be 10 reasons, is because you need multiple streams of income. Me personally, I don't want to be average. I don't want to live an average life. I want to leave a legacy. I want to make an impact in this world. So for me, I wasn't fit for corporate America. I didn't just want to work a regular job where it's like you're not really making an impact. Like I went to work every day, and everybody's so great about the clients, about this and that. We got these numbers for the clients. I'm like, I don't care about them. No disrespect, but when I go home, that doesn't affect my community. So just me personally, I never wanted to just work a job just to work a job. I always had a deeper purpose in life. So when you have that deeper purpose in life, you're going to have to create multiple streams of revenue because that usually doesn't align with the regular job, the regular 9 to 5. So the second reason why everybody needs a business in 2019 is because you need multiple streams of income. Just like you don't want to be vulnerable, you need multiple streams of income. The average millionaire has, I think, 7 streams of income. The average millionaire. Me, I want to be a millionaire. I'm sorry. If you don't want to be a millionaire, that's fine. Nothing wrong with that. But I don't want to be a millionaire just for the money, because I know having the money, what difference I can make, I can use it as a tool to truly give back to the community, truly make a difference in the world. So the third reason why everybody needs a business in 2019 is because of the tax laws. This is probably the most important one out of all of them. And I didn't put them in any particular order, but this is probably the most important one, is the tax laws. Y'all have to recognize we live in America. We live in America. The tax laws favor business owners. The tax laws favor business owners. When I was in Atlanta, there's a sister named Amelia Thomas, who was a great sister. And she always talks about like the 1% and how to get in the 1%. And she used to work with clients used to have at least 5 million for her to talk to you, at least 5 million minimum. And she said the tax code, I think, is like 5,000 pages or 8,000 pages, and like 200 pages are for people who only have a job or W-2 employees. The other, I think, 5,000 pages of the tax code in America are for business owners. So you have to recognize that the tax laws favor business owners. They need to be a corporation or LLC. Yeah, that is true. But at the same time, even if you have an LLC, um, you still get better tax is better in your favor as opposed to just being a W-2 employee. So, and especially with Trump in the office. Tommy, what's going on? What's up, my black people? Shout out to everybody on YouTube and Facebook. Again, if you have not shared, please do me a favor. Please share. Please like, put some hearts up. Share this conversation because everybody needs to hear this. So again, y'all got to recognize who we have in the White House. This is America. One of the problems with people that talk about social justice or talk about, civil rights are they neglect that we live in America. This is a capitalistic society. So social justice, that's why I don't talk about social justice. You will never, ever, ever hear me talk about social justice. You will never hear me talk about it because social justice, what is social justice? This is America. Social justice doesn't mean shit. Social justice, is that going to make sure we have better education institutions for our children? With social justice, are we going to be able to go to the grocery store and pay for social justice? Are we going to be able to pay our rent with social justice? We're going to be able to buy properties with social justice? I don't think so. So that's why you never hear me talk about it. Business tax rate is 20%. Hey, Whitney, how you doing, Queen? Aaron, what's going on, my brother? So again, you never hear me talk about social justice because it doesn't matter. This is America. So you have to recognize that we live in America. So what does that mean? That means that the economy, American laws, tax laws, they favor people who are business owners, people who own real estate, and people who own stocks, people who own investments. So if you recognize that you will understand that once you have a business, it gives you favorable tax laws. So that's why, Trump, he can file bankruptcy a million times. He can be president. He can do what he wants. That's because he's a business owner. So that brings me to my fourth point on why everybody should have a business in 2019 is because people who build massive wealth usually do it through entrepreneurship. They don't do it through the stock market. They usually don't do it through real estate, even though, of course, you can make money with real estate. You can, get rich off real estate. But to build massive wealth is usually done through entrepreneurship. All right, Desiree says, how do you know when it's the right time to create another business income once first business is doing really well, or does it depend on the time you have to decide? You depend on when it's decide. I mean, if your first business is doing really well, I would find a way to systemize it so you don't have to necessarily run it. They can kind of run on its own. And then you can go in and go to other things if you would like. But at the same time, if something's working, like make sure, you keep that working. Make sure you focus on that. But then again, I would just systemize it whereas though it can run on its own, basically like a franchise, or they call it a turnkey operation where it can basically just run on its own. And once it can run on its own, then you can go in and create other business or other streams of revenue. Use the LLC as corporation, then use that corporation to pay yourself. Yep. Jocelyn, how you doing, Queen? Yep. So again, if y'all just jumped on, please do me a favor. Please share. Please share this on YouTube, Facebook. If you can get to Instagram, if you can get it to Twitter, if you can go to LinkedIn, please do me a favor. Please share. Please like. Put some hearts up. If you just joined in, if you don't know me, I'm Ryan McCrary, CEO of McCrary Financial Solutions, where we provide financial solutions through entrepreneurship, financial literacy, and digital marketing. So we're talking about the top 10 reasons why everybody needs a business in 2019. We already won the first three. Number one, you cannot be vulnerable. The government shutdown is a perfect example of that. You need multiple streams of income. Number two, and the tax laws. Trump's in the White House. Even if Trump wasn't in the White House, the tax laws favor business owners. He just makes it worse. And number four is because people who build massive wealth do it through entrepreneurship. That was something that I didn't even realize till a few years ago. I read this book called The Wealth Choice. If you've never read The Wealth Choice, read The Wealth Choice. It's about success secrets of all Black millionaires. The success secrets of Black millionaires. And it goes over that most of them built their massive wealth through entrepreneurship, not really through real estate, not really through investing in the stock market. And that's something I thought most people just did it through stock market, stuff like that, but not just through the stock market. Most of them do it through entrepreneurship. Most of them do it entrepreneurship. Like, look at somebody like Mark Zuckerberg. We're on Facebook right now. So he's like 36 and he's worth like $60 billion. You ain't going to do that through real estate. Like, how you going to be 36 years old? This company didn't even exist 20 years ago. Now he's worth $50 billion. It's going to be hard to do that just throwing through the stock market in like 10 years. It's going to be hard to do that just flipping properties, in 10 years. So that's another reason why everybody needs a business, because that is the way people build massive wealth, is through entrepreneurship. So number 5 reason why everybody should have a business in 2019 is not even monetary. Well, one of the secrets is, one of the best parts of entrepreneurship is not for the money. It's not about the money. It's about being able to spend more time with your family. It's about being able to create your own schedule. It's about being able to be your own boss. It's about being able to go to the bathroom without asking someone. It's about being able to take off because you have to take your child to the doctor, and you don't want to ask anybody. You don't want to fill out some slip and say, "Can I have permission to take my child to the doctor?" Or if I feel sick, I gotta, or fake like I'm sick when I don't want to go to work. So that's another reason why you should have a business. You should be an entrepreneur. If you are unhappy with what you're doing for a living, this has nothing to do with if you love what you do for a living. If you're a teacher, if you, work in the hospital, if you, do construction and you love it, listen, that's great. I still think you should create multiple streams of income. You can get some properties or still build wealth, invest in the stock market. But this is for people like me that worked a job that they did not like, that worked in a racist environment, that worked in corporate America, or they just knew they had a deeper purpose in life. They just didn't like what they did. They just wake up every day and like, I don't like that. Like, I feel as though I can do way more for the world. That's just me, who I speak for. All right, Paula, how you doing? Whitney, how you doing? Queen? Yes, freedom is definitely everything. Absolutely. So let me see what y'all talking about on YouTube. Okay, awesome, brother. Thank you. Wants to be triple million? Absolutely. Okay, I didn't know. Sup, Tommy? When you think about it, Amazon, Ford, Apple, Microsoft, all entrepreneurs. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, if you think about that's something that like I said, I didn't realize until like a few years ago. Like, I always thought it was like investing in stock, Warren Buffett, and just investing in the stock market. Like, people build their wealth through the stock market. Yes, over the long term, people do build their wealth through the stock market. But at the same time, people who build like massive wealth, like hundreds of millions, billions of dollars, they do it through entrepreneurship. They don't really do it through real estate and investing in the stock market. Again, if you just jumped on, please do me a favor. Please share, please like. And I told people at the beginning, we're going to do a free giveaway today, y'all. We give away a free financially literate t-shirt for y'all. Somebody's going to get it. If you stay on to the end, somebody's going to get a free financially literate t-shirt. All you got to do is send a message to the page. And if you're on YouTube, you can just email me or send a message. I don't know if you can message on YouTube, but or you can leave a comment, and or like I said, email it, because you're going to have to give me your address and your shirt size. So somebody will get a free financial literate t-shirt, free giveaway, black and green. You just going to have to send a message to the page with your address and your t-shirt size. So yeah, okay. So Derek says on YouTube, where's my charger? It's about to die. Derek says, I believe the GM plant in Toledo, Ohio, black men are subject to racial epithets. Saw the report on Monday. Yeah, absolutely. Okay, Yvette, how you doing? Shout out to the People's Tax Accountant. Good evening, kings and queens. Yes, DeWanda, how you doing, queen? I have a friend is watching. Where can she start if she's new to financial literacy? Have her buy my book. Mindovermoneybook.com. Mindovermoneybook.com. Someone please type it in. Please type it in the chat. Mindovermoneybook.com. Definitely have her buy my book, or you can buy it for her and give it to her. Mindovermoneybook.com. So let's move on so that we can get to the last Q&A at the end, because we already had some questions that were submitted previously. So like I said, the 5th reason is why you want to have a business is not monetary. It's not about making money. It's about being able to be your own boss. It's about being able to live your own life the way you want and, creating more time to spend with family, spend with your kids, go to different sporting events or dance recitals, all that type of stuff. So number six is it gives you the ability to make a impact, to leave a legacy. If you want to make impact, if you want to build a legacy, entrepreneurship is the perfect tool to do that. It's a perfect tool to do it. So I tell everybody, like, find your passion. If you just find what you're passionate about, I guarantee you there's a way to monetize it. Whatever you're passionate about, I guarantee you there's a way to monetize it, to make money around whatever you like. Whatever you like, whether it's traveling, whether it's pets, whether it's fishing. Like I'm telling you, there's a way to monetize it. There's a way to make money from it. And now, like anybody nowadays can build a personal brand. Excuse me. Anybody nowadays with social media can build a personal brand. You can build a brand around your life. You can build a brand. You can, start live streaming and talking about all the different things you like. Who knows? You could build a massive following. You could put some money up, when you're still at your job, you can put some money up on ads, on paid ads to get you in front of people who like all the same things you like. Thank y'all for putting the links. That's just another reason why you want to have business, because it just gives you the ability to have a bigger impact, to leave a legacy. You usually can't do that by just working a job. Nothing wrong working a job, but you usually can't leave a big impact and a legacy. So number 7 reason why everybody needs a business in 2019 is because of the digital landscape that we live in. You need to understand the digital landscape that we live in. What does that mean? That means we live in a direct-to-consumer relationship where social media has literally changed the world. Social media has literally changed the world. It gives you the ability to connect directly with someone and sell your product with no middleman. The other day I was watching a video by Robert Kiyosaki, who wrote Rich Dad Poor Dad. And he was saying, like, in 1965, when he first went to college, the first computer, I think he went to, I forget what school he said he went to in college. I think it was New York or something, NYU or something like that. He said the first computer was like literally as big as like a dorm room. That was how the first computers were. And then like 4 years later, the computer was like this size because somebody created a microchip. Now he said what people have in their hand with their phone, like that is the most powerful tool that's ever been created in the world. A smartphone in your hand is that's the most powerful tool ever created in the world thus far. One's probably going to be created more, but thus far, that's the most powerful tool that's ever been created. The smartphone in your hand. The smartphone in your hand, like literally, it gives you the ability to create video, live stream. You can connect with people from all over the world. I've connected with people in London and in the Caribbean, stuff like that, all through smartphone. So you need to understand the digital landscape that we in, and you need to understand that it doesn't cost as much to start a business as it used to. You can have your own online store for like $100. You can have your own, like you can literally open a Shopify account right now, and I think it's only like $30 a month. You can have your own online store. Of course, you got to get a design. You got to get a graphic designer. You got to, figure out you're going to do drop shipping or, you're going to ship it out your home, whatever the case may be. But you can literally have an online store created just like that. You have to recognize the digital landscape that we live in. The digital landscape that the people are literally building $1 million business off the back of a Shopify store and Facebook ads. Like literally going from 0 to 1 million, just like that, with the dope Shopify store and money in Facebook ads. Like we need to recognize the digital landscape that we live in. Like this is changing the economy. You know what's funny? I tell my daughter, don't be a dumb person with a smartphone. It should be there to enrich you as a person, not become a zombie with it. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, we have to train our children to just recognize the power. Like it's not just for watching YouTube. It's not just for, looking at funny videos on Instagram. Yeah, we can do that. But at the same time, we have to recognize like this gives us the ability to sell a product or service. You want to sell a t-shirt or a book or a course or a whatever. Social media gives you the ability to do that. You have a brick and mortar location, you can use social media as leverage to get more people into your store. So we just have to recognize, because this, like I said, this is literally changing the economy. It's changing the world. It's changing the way corporations are run. It's changing the way, how many jobs are available. Technology does replace a lot of jobs, but at the same time, it does create jobs. So we just need to be recognizing that. We need to be trained on technology. We need to train our children on that. How many people do you see nowadays, making millions of dollars just from a YouTube channel? Like, just think about that. Like, how could somebody make more than you make at a 9 to 5 just from creating a YouTube channel? Like, that shit is crazy. Really think about that. Like, that didn't exist 15, 20 years ago. Like, where you have people making more money on Instagram than people used to make, working in a corporate job. Now, of course, everybody going to make that? No. But is the opportunity out there? Absolutely. So all I'm saying is these are the things we should be thinking about. So the eighth reason why everybody should have business in 2019 and thereafter is because also what you can do is you can sell a business. So it's not just about starting a business and growing the business and keeping the business for generations. That's something you can do, but you can also sell the business. You can also create something and sell it. How many of y'all watch Shark Tank? Just creating something. So you have a great idea, getting an IP attorney, you got some intellectual property, getting a patent or getting the trademark and then selling that or whatever the case may be. That is something we need to be thinking about in our community. How many people do you know thinking about that? When you walk outside and you have conversations in our community and people talking about getting money, people on Instagram, I'm on Instagram, listen, I'm everywhere on Instagram, Facebook, and people talking about getting money and cars and clothes and stuff like that. How many people do you see talking about owning intellectual property? I don't see people talking about it that much. Michelle, how you doing, Queen? Thank you. How many people do you see talking about? I don't really see people talking about it. But white folks, they talking about it. Best believe they talking about it. Other communities, best believe they talking about IP, intellectual property, trademarks and patents and all that type of shit. Why aren't we talking about that in our community? So just to recap, we're going over the 10 reasons why everybody should have a business in 2019 and thereafter. I laid out the first 8. I'm going to give y'all the last 2. Number 9 is because it gives you the ability to broaden your horizons. So when you only, work the same, and I've done it for years, whereas though every day is the same. Every day is the same. You wake up at the same time, you get ready, take your kids to school, you go to job, you go to work. The same. Like when you're driving, I used to drive to work. I used to see the same people. Like I used to drive all the way out an hour away, and literally on my way to work, I see the same people though. The same people walking their dog at that same time, the same people going into Starbucks, the same people going to school that same day. Like it would be the same thing at work. It's the same thing going on. You come home, it's the same thing. But now, as a business owner, it just gives me the ability to broaden my horizon to see different things. Like every week, like when I look back on every week or every month or every day, I had no clue that was going to happen. Andre, what's going on? King, peace, King. Ryan's teaching his top now, and that's getting almost settles in my new place. My materials will be marketed like crazy. If I can get 500 books, amount of money into black people's homes, yo, let's do it. Like seriously, we can get 500, 5,000 books into people's homes. Like, listen, however you want to do it. Like me, I'm just going to put a whole bunch of money on Facebook ads. That's the way I know what the quickest way to get this book in somebody's hand without going for anybody is just pump a whole bunch of money in the ads. But if somebody wants to get a bundle order, you can definitely do that. Just email me, customer service at McCurryFinancialSolutions.com. Customer service at McCurryFinancialSolutions.com. Salute to Andre Hatchett. He met the ABNC. Yes, Andre, that's my man, Dre. I'm actually be emailing you because we definitely need to talk. It's been too long, so we definitely need to talk. So I'm gonna be emailing you, if not tomorrow, definitely by Monday, Tuesday next week. I'll be emailing you because it's been too long, bro. We definitely got to catch up. Yeah, I'm saying. So yeah. So again, literally like, and now let me say this as well. And I didn't even put this down there, but let me just say this as well. Being a business owner, entrepreneur is not for the weak. Like I'm naming all the reasons why you should be a business owner in 2019, but I can name so many things that's going to happen on your journey that's going to go wrong. And you know what I mean? So don't just jump out there and think it's for the weak. Don't think you're going to jump out there and in 30 days or even a year or whatever, you're going to be a millionaire. You're going to be a six-figure business. You're going to make all this money. No. You know what I mean? Of course, anything can happen. You can come up with a great idea in 6 months. You know, you can have $100,000. Absolutely, that can happen. But for the most part, it's going to be a rough journey. You're going to be learning. You're going to be growing. You're going to be going out, network. You're going to be meeting people. You're going to try things that are not going to work. You're going to try things that work. You know, you're going to keep doing. You're going to keep getting at it. But at the same time, like I said, with number 9, it gets to broaden your horizons. You get to experience new things. So now I get to travel. Now I get to go and meet people. Now I'm in different circles. Now I get to have different meetings with people. Now, you know what I mean? Like your life is just different as opposed to working the 9 to 5 grind, the same, you know, doing the same thing every day. Definitely way overdue, bro. Need help with Facebook. Oh yeah, listen, I can help you with Facebook ads. Like that's what I'm saying. I'm gonna email you when it comes to Facebook ads. Like that's literally like putting gasoline on the fire. You know what I mean? Like you already got a crazy fire. You know what I mean? Like that's just gonna blow you up to like another level down. Literally, if you're not there already, I think you are there. But if the business is not already 7 figures, then it will definitely get to 7 figures with your platform and your list and your contacts already, you know what I mean, your audience already. That will definitely get you to 7 figures. If you're not there already, it'll get you to 8. So I can definitely help you with Facebook ads. Like you already have the list and the data. So like I said, that'll just 10x your revenue. Oh man, you remember me, respect. Yeah, absolutely. Okay, be mentally prepared for others and their opinions. Bro, I'm saying this, yeah, like come on, like some Terrence, my man Terrence on here, he know, like he worked with me and shit. That's what I'm saying. Like that shit is crazy. Like I'm telling you, like, listen, that 9 to 5 grind, like it's cool. Like, listen, no, not nobody that does it, but it's like, especially like Vanguard, I ain't gonna talk ill about him on this live, but just know it's a challenging environment. It's just something you gotta adjust to. You know, if you willing to adjust, you can adjust. But me, I just couldn't adjust. So again, before we get out of here, we're gonna go to the questions, and we do have a giveaway, free financial literate T-shirt. You're gonna go to somebody. I'm gonna ask y'all a question. I have to type it in. So whoever types it in the fastest with the correct answer, you will win the free financial literate T-shirt on Facebook or YouTube. You just gotta message me, give me your address and your T-shirt size. So the last reason why everybody needs a business in 2019 is because it gives you the ability. This may sound cliche, but it gives you the ability to just create money whenever you need it. Literally, whenever you know. I forget where I was at, and I heard somebody say, it was like, listen, I'm an entrepreneur. Like, if I need money, I'm going to create it. I'm going to create a new product. I'm going to, I'm going to hustle harder on the product I already put out. I'm going to create a new service. I'm going to build a new relationship. I'm going to build a new connection. Being an entrepreneur gives you the ability to just create money when you need it. Just create money. Like literally, you could say, hey, I want to create $1,000 course now. Who's to say you can start like all my courses? After a while, like if I want to raise the price, I can raise the price. If I want to sell something for this price, I can sell it for that price. If I want to create something out that I see, is needed in the market, where there's a problem that I can solve in the market and I can charge a premium, I can do that. You can create money. You can literally create money. You can create something it took me 6 months. Like I said, I put this on Facebook not too long ago. It took me 6 months to create a book. Now I can make money off it for the rest of my life. 6 months of time to, write it, get it edited, cover design, got to market it, all that type of stuff, multiple different revisions. So it took about 6 months. Now I can make money off it for life. How many people that are out there that are still making money off books they wrote 10, 20, 30 years ago? When we was at the All Black National Convention, Dr. Claude Anderson, he wrote Black Labor, White Wealth in 1992. In 1992, I was 5 years old. That's when he wrote that book. In 2018, he was still making money off that book. Now think about that. He wrote this book 26, almost 27 years ago now, and he's still making money to this day off that book. And that's just a book. There's so many other things you can create. So just think about, so these are all things I just want you to be thinking about in your going to day-to-day life, because most people aren't going to be talking about these conversations. Right at once selling 100,000. Exactly. Right at once selling 100,000 times, like literally. Because that, like I said, that's not something that most of us are just thinking about on a day-to-day basis. When I'm out, you know what I mean? When I'm just in the community, wherever, a lot of people that I hear just talking about making money when it just comes to getting a job. And that's like, you can do that. But I'm saying, I just named a million other things you can do besides that. And now with the internet and social media, no one can stop you. Damn near everybody, you go in the hood, everybody got an iPhone, everybody got Jordans on. So don't say it ain't no money in the hood. We just got to get our mind right. You got to have your mind over your money. So let's do this giveaway first. Then I'll say a few more things and we'll get out of here for the night. Thank y'all for staying on this long. So what I want y'all to do to type, like I say, somebody's going to get a free Financial Literate t-shirt. What I want you to do is type, how much do you have to earn to be in the top 1%? So if someone says I'm in the top one, and we're going to talk about income, because you could talk about income, you could talk about how much you're worth, married, father, Jolie, all that. But to be in the top 1% in income, and I'm going to say if you're, I think they go by age. Let's say you're like 40 or younger. How much do you have to make a year to be in the top 1%? Type y'all answers down, and whoever gets the closest or the fastest, if there's like a tie, will get the free t-shirt. Black people that broke this have a broken mindset. Yeah, I know. I definitely got to get that t-shirt. Don't worry, it's coming. It's coming, Derek. Don't worry, it's coming. So again, to be in the top 1% earners, how much do you have to make a year? Don't nobody know. Don't try to Google it real quick. Don't nobody know. Somebody said 10 million. Oh, but you way off. Dr. Keela, 500K. She's the closest. 10 million, 1.5. Nope. And that's crazy. Like I thought it was that high as well. $2 million. So we got 10 million, 500K, 10 million, 1.5, 1, 2, 2, 7. Y'all way off. 400, 300. No more answers because y'all Googling it now. Okay, so yes, it is around like 250, 300. It depends on I'm showing if you're like 40, it's like 320. If you're 35, it's like 250. So it's around like $200,000 to $300,000. So 200 to 300, and I'll tell y'all who won in a minute. It might be like yeah, like 200 to 300. So just think about that. $200,000 to $300,000 a year to be in the top 1%. The top 1%. I used to think it would be like 10 million or 7 million or 2 million. No, it's not even near the millions. It's not even near the millions. It's not even near the millions. So the winner for today is going to be Dr. Keela Henry because she got the closest and she was the fastest. So y'all, a lot of y'all were a little bit closer, but she did it the fastest. Uh, she did it the fastest. And Desiree, you 2 million, y'all real close. Wayne was close. But yeah, Dr. Akila, just tell me. I think I already have your address because you bought my book. But if you just tell me your size, I'll send you out the free T-shirt. Just please rock it and take a pic. Um, but yeah, yeah, exactly. Like that's what I'm saying. Like $200,000 to $300,000 is nowhere near the millions. Nowhere near the millions. So that is something that we need to be thinking about. We need to be talking. We need to realize it's not just about always being a millionaire, making millions of dollars. No, it ain't just about that. You can make $300,000. You're in the top 1%. Like I can look. I don't even know the exact number for like the top 5%. The top 5% is probably like 80,000 or 100,000. You know what I mean? Something like that. So this is something that we just need to be thinking about. We need to be talking about. We need to understand. We need to understand money and understand wealth. Like it's many different. What I've been realizing. Thanks, Ryan. Large, please. Yep. I think this is actually a large right here. I think we got some other sizes, but I think this is a large. So yeah, I'll send that right out to you. Got to send some more books out too. But like I said, what I've been realizing too, like there's many different levels to money and wealth and stuff like that. A lot of us think about some abstract concept and like having a lot of money is like millions of dollars, which can be, but at the same time, like if you worth $250,000, like you're damn near in the top 1%. If you make $250,000 a year, like you damn near in the top 1%. The top 1%. So it's 99% of the people in America make less than you. 99% of the people. So that's just something that we need to think about. Again, I'm gonna start doing more lives at least once a week, more giveaways, more things just to keep y'all engaged, just to give y'all information when I'm out, when I'm learning, when I'm reading, when I'm at conferences, just coming back and just giving them nuggets back to y'all. So again, we went over the top reasons why everybody should have a business in 2019. I'll recap them real quick. Number one is you cannot be vulnerable. The government shutdown just proves you cannot be vulnerable to only working for someone where they have the ability to control how you can feed your family. Number two, you need to have multiple streams of income. This is no average zone. We want to be millionaires. You want to build wealth. You got to have multiple streams of income. Number three, the tax laws favor business owners. As a business owner, the tax laws favor you, especially with Trump in the White House. So don't complain about Trump. Don't watch MSNBC every day and say, I hate Trump. Trump's this, that. No. Understand the tax laws. It's me, like Trump, like he doesn't really affect me like that. Like, of course, he does. He's a president, but at the same time, like he doesn't affect me like that. You would never hear me complain, never hear me sound like somebody on MSNBC or something like that because I'm not thinking about that. I'm thinking about America, how this country is run, and how the economy's going. You know what I mean? How it impacts my business, how it impacts the stock market. Trump is going to take care of investors in the stock market because he's investing in the stock market. So just understand that, not just about complaining, sounding like somebody off, Rachel Maddow or whoever it is. So number four is you can create massive wealth through entrepreneurship. Most people who built the wealth, if you study their story, I've studied Black millionaires in general, and how they built wealth. Most of it is through entrepreneurship. So number five is not monetary gains. Spending more time with family, being able to create your own schedule, being able to be your own boss. The things that are not monetary are just as, be even more important than monetary goals. So another reason, number six, is you make a bigger impact and leave a legacy. It gives you the ability to leave a legacy through entrepreneurship. Also, you need to recognize the digital landscape that we live in. We live in a social media era, direct-to-consumer relationship. The smartphone in your hand can make you a millionaire. So number eight is you could eventually sell your business. So that's just something else to just be thinking about. You definitely have the ability to sell your business. Number nine is it broadens your horizons. Doing the same thing every day, same routine will wear you out, that will drain you. Entrepreneurship gives you the ability to broaden your horizons. And number 10, last but not least, it gives you the ability to create money. Perfect example. Like my man, Andre C. Hatchett, CEO of the Black Real Estate School, said, create something one time and you can sell it 100,000 times. I created a book that took me 6 months. Now I can make money off it for the rest of my life. Robert Kiyosaki wrote Rich Dad Poor Dad in 1997. I guarantee you he's still making money off that book. It's still like top seller on Amazon. It was it was published in 1997. Dr. Claude Anderson wrote a book in 1992 that he still to this day makes money off of. That's his example. It doesn't have to be a book. Doesn't have to be a book, but just being able to create money, creating something to get paid for it. So that's pretty much it for today, y'all. Now, before we do go, I will go to the last questions that we had. Derek did have some questions. Let me just pull them up. Okay, so he says, my financial question is, how do you feel about grabbing mid cap and small cap stocks during what's shaping up to be a bear market, or the always impending crash that's coming? I love Store Capital, Stitch Fitch, Okta, Medical Trust Properties. Those are holdings in my portfolio. So yes, the talk right now is that it is going to be a recession coming up. A bear market is coming, which means stocks are going to decline. People are going to potentially lose a lot of money. So that's what the talk is. No one knows for sure if that's going to happen. But the talk is that we are heading to the bear market and we are going into another recession because we haven't had one in over 10 years. And it always cycles like that. So for me, as far as, grabbing small cap, mid cap stocks during this time, I mean, me personally, I'm always thinking about long term. So in a crash, let's say the stock market was to crash today and go down hundreds of points, whatever the case may be. A lot of people who aren't fully educated on the stock market would say, no, I'm going to sell my stock. What's happening? I'm losing my money. Of course, depends on where you're at. If you're about to retire, that's not a good time. You got money in the 529 and your kid's about to go to college, that's not the best time for a crash. But at the same time, me just understanding investing at a higher level than just the average person, I understand that when it's a crash, this is the time to buy. This is the time where Warren Buffett is buying up stock. This is the time where cognitive investors like Ray Dalio and a million other people are buying a lot of stock. So for me personally, understanding that if I see a stock market crash, that means Apple's on sale. That means Netflix on sale. I want to buy them because I believe that in the long term, they will go back up. So I think, without giving advice, not a bad idea to grab smaller mid cap stocks. Definitely depends on the stock. Be careful with small cap stocks because small cap stocks are smaller size companies, companies that are not as established, which of course makes them riskier. So small cap stocks, I would say definitely depend on the company. Maybe try to get a mutual fund, whereas though you can get multiple different stocks, you can diversify stuff like that. But I don't think it's a bad idea. Tommy said I need to start marketing, speaking engagements for brother Andre and Ryan NYC. Yeah, do it. Listen, man, do it. You know me and Dre, like we're down to do whatever. So all you gotta do is set it up. You can message me, you can email me, and like of course, we'll definitely be on there. So Derek also says, how might you best be able to inspire folks under 18 the love of and the importance of stock market participation? I think, and that's a challenge too. Like a few months ago, I did a talk at the 100 Black Men organization around Temple, and I was talking to, they were like middle school students about stocks and money and stuff like that. And I was trying to like, in my head, like find a way to, tell them how important it is to make it fun for them, make them understand that stuff. Because at the same time, I always said, like, I wish I would have learned that when I was 13. But at the same time, when I was 13, how serious would I have taken it? How would I have actually realized what I've been, mature enough to realize that like learning about the stock market could literally change your life when you're 13. But at 13, I was just trying to, play basketball, get girls. Like, I don't know if I would have been like thinking about, learning about the stock market is something interesting to me. So at the same time, I think we need to try to make it fun. I think we need to tell them the truth. I think they need to see it. Like they need to see, you need to bring up stories and articles or videos or whatever of like, this is a person who made X amount of dollars from the stock market. Like, this is how America is run. Like when you're wearing them Jordans, when you're wearing this, you're making that company rich. Like, if you would have been buying Amazon stock in 1998, as much as you were buying McDonald's or sneakers or going to watch Michael Jordan and Allen Iverson play, if you would have been buying Amazon stock during that time, you would be like a multi-millionaire. So I think it's just about trying to make it fun. I think it's about trying to explain them the real. I think it's about telling them how America is run, how these companies are ran, about understanding how to be a producer, and stuff like that. So, but yeah, I mean, it's not easy trying to make it fun for kids and stuff like that because even when I was that age, like we didn't really understand like how impactful that stuff was. Like we don't understand like that really, these companies control the world. So let me go to Derek's last question and then we'll get out of here if nobody else has any other questions. Um, okay. Have a position with a small Canadian company called Hexo, ticker symbol HEXO. What are your thoughts on cannabis companies potentially being able to make a killing now that the Farm Bill has been passed? That's a great point, Derek. And I was looking that up too. I was looking up the Farm Bill and how it kind of like changed with the like growing weed and stuff like that. The first thing I will say is that yeah, marijuana is legal now in Canada. So as far as how investing in like Canadian stock and stuff like that, I'm honestly not sure how that works. Just something to think about, maybe to diversify. But that's just a side note. It is legal in Canada and some states in this country, and probably more states will be coming. But just something to diversify and think about. But as far as the farm bill, like I believe that's like about agriculture and like that is affecting people who are growing weed. I mean, the main thing I would just think about when it comes to investing, the thing that comes to mind for me always is going to be diversification. Diversification, diversification, diversification. So just investing in multiple different industries. There's a book that I want y'all to read. Derek, I want you to read it, and everybody, if you're able to read it, called Money Master the Game. Money Master the Game about how to master money. Money Master the Game by Tony Robbins. Read that book because it goes over. He talks to like all the top investors, like Ray Dalio. He talks to John Bogle from Vanguard. He actually just died. He's like legendary. He created index funds, and I've actually met him a couple times. He's the founder of Vanguard. John Bogle. He just died. He talks to him. He sits down with him. He sits down with Warren Buffett. Like he sits down with all like the greatest investors, billionaire investors, and he just says like, "What do you invest in? Like, what's your portfolio?" Like he literally asked him like, and it's a book that cost you $10 will give you how all the top investors invest their money. So they talk about something called like an all seasons portfolio or like an all weather portfolio where it can weather any storm. Where they got like 20% in domestic stocks, 20% in foreign stocks, 10% in bonds and inflation protected securities and all this type of stuff. And then like, another investor was like in gold and oil and stuff like that. And he talks about, um, how just to invest in different markets and how like this person's approach, like, hey, like, I've been investing in commodities my whole life. I've been investing in foreign stocks and domestic stocks and what I mean, all that type of stuff and in London. And so I think that's a good book to read, Money Master the Game, because it goes over it's like 700 pages. It took me a minute to read it, but for the type of stuff, especially for you, Derek, that I know you're interested in, that would be a great, perfect book for you. Um, yeah, Money Master the Game. Heard about Bogle passing like yeah, that was and like he like I'm about to be like I didn't enjoy working at the company, but I can say like he was like cool. Like he was a RO head. I've met a couple of times, and people say like when he ran the company, it was better. But yeah, he literally is legendary though. If you know anything about investing in the stock market or index funds or Wall Street, like the financial markets, um, uh, that John Bogle is the man. So actually, I got to hop off this. I have another call at 9. But how do I become a financial advisor? I'm not a financial advisor. Please do not get that twisted. I'm not a financial advisor at all. I'm not a financial advisor. I was working to talk about I was licensed, but I did not give advice. I just give information based on my experiences. I do not give advice. So that's it for today, y'all. Dr. Kill, I'll be sending a shirt. Shout out to her for the giveaway. Um, so yeah, that's it. Again, we went over the top 10 reasons why everybody should have business in 2019. You watch us on replay, type replay down, type your name and where you're from. Do me a favor, please share and let's build this wealth.